They say cats have 9 lives, and after hearing her story, you would think Cheryl Pingle is part feline.
I couldn't speak for 1 year.
Cheryl founded an online media company, and one day at the office she knew something was wrong. That's when the 41-year-old suffered her first stroke. Her first because she had 2 more.
I think God protected me.
And Austin Speech Labs helped her recover. They opened in 2008 to help stroke survivors discharged from the hospital because insurance ran out or recovery wasn't fast enough. Cheryl started going last September, and it's becoming more common for women of Cheryl's age to suffer a stroke.
I have seen an increase in women in the sense that, number one, we're becoming more aware of the fact that women in younger years can also have stroke.
The reasons may vary. Dr. Ramirez says genetics play a huge role. Hypertension, diabetes, and tobacco use can also contribute. Unfortunately, that's not all.
Migraineurs have a 6 to 8 times higher risk than the general population of having stroke.
But currently there is essentially one type of medical therapy for stroke sufferers, and it can only be given within the 3 to 4 hours after a stroke. Dr. Gregory Bix at Texas A&M hopes to change that.
In my lab, we're interested in trying to figure out how the brain responds to injury and then basically revving up those repair processes.
Now this is a mammal's brain after a stroke, and this pink area is the area actually affected by stroke. The brain releases what's called a domain 5 protein to help repair itself. Now Dr. Bix's research is taking that domain 5 protein and injecting it into the abdomen in hopes that it will speed the brain in recovery.
Most people don't realize they're having a stroke until the time window or therapeutic window for this therapy is long past. And if you give it to somebody who's had a brain bleed or a hemorrhagic stroke, it can make things worse and actually be lethal.
Dr. Bix has tested his research on non-human mammals, but is a few years away from getting his research cleared. So Cheryl's road back to normalcy continues as she waits for science to catch up, and hopes current stroke survivors will travel an easier path to recovery than she has. Chris Vlahos, KAGS HD News.